We're sending messages to our subconscious mind all the time. But for most of us, it's like typing blind, really, like typing without looking at the keyboard, but before you knew which keys were where. I mean, you could say our super duper body-mind complex is doing wonders despite us half of the time, because we sometimes really do get in our own way. And once in a while, we can have a moment when we step back and see how we're interfering with our well-being. Like when you suddenly notice you're letting what someone said ruin your day. And you realize that maybe there is the possibility to free yourself from that. As in, that there is a way of letting your good feeling keep flowing and not be blocked by that incident. And it's really nice when we have this insight and notice our own power and become responsible, as in able to respond in a way that can lead to change. Not change the event, we can't change the past, but we can change its impact. And when you have these realizations, I think it becomes easier to see the importance of getting these interferences out of the way, because left there, they inevitably cause a stress response, which is physiological. It actually does things to your body, to your hormones, your blood pressure, your muscle tension, and to what your body-mind unit decides to give energy to. Whether you notice it there and then or not, a stress response happens when we feel a threat to our sense of security. It just switches us to a greater or lesser extent into survival mode, because we're just wired that way. We're wired for survival above all else. And of course, most of the time we don't notice that we can choose to use our mind differently and remove these interferences to the flow of our well-being, so as not to switch into that survival mode, at least not too quickly. Louise Hay had a nice way of putting it. She'd say, your mind is like a computer. You can use it for just word processing, but there's so much more that it can do for you if you learn how to operate it. It would have been great if we'd been taught at school how to do more than use our minds as a word processor. We'd all be experts at it by now and much more chilled out, myself included. But it's never too late to learn. And one of the things I do as a solution-focused hypnotherapist is teach and train people to speak to their own subconscious mind in a way that it will understand and respond to. As in, go a little bit past the word processor mode. You can watch my series about speaking the language of the subconscious mind to find out more about that. But you know, it's not just about knowing this stuff. We have to walk the walk, and we have to walk the walk every day. We have to practice doing. Don't get me wrong, I love knowledge. I love learning things, but for it to serve us, we have to learn to implement all the wisdom that we pick up. So contrary to what some people assume about hypnotherapy, it's actually very much about taking charge of your own power. It's about learning to help yourself in the most effective way. Okay, so that's all for today. Please like and share if you find this worthwhile, and just book yourself in for a free consultation if you're interested in starting sessions. In any case, there'll be more short videos soon, so till then,